Welcome back to some Space Age drawing publishing and drawing tutorials. What we're going to do today is look at the interaction between Adobe InDesign and Adobe Photoshop. I'm going to edit this photo in Photoshop, clean it up and make it print ready, and then put it right back into InDesign. Takes just a minute. This works really well. Edit with Adobe Photoshop. Boom, there it is. You got a glimpse at one of my other graphics there in the background. First thing I do is take the levels. Work in Photoshop, you know you have your little level chart in here. Control or Apple key L will bring that up depending on what kind of computer you're working on. I bring it up to brighten the whites. As a general rule, I find that brighter pictures look better when printing. The darks don't need too much work on this photo. Doesn't look too bad. Hit OK. Then I'm going to create another layer. Alright, I'm going to put that layer beneath it. Can you see that part of the screen? Yes, you can, barely. Over here in the layers chart. Top layer, bottom layer. The bottom layer, hit G and make it white. There's now a white bottom layer. Now I'm going to make it invisible for this next phase where I'm going to make an outline around. This is the Bally Astrocade. Select inverse, delete. There's background out of the way. Alright, now you can still see that there's some white here because in any photo setup you're going to have some shadows. And I'm not going to worry about eliminating all of them because this is a photo taken in the real world. So it's going to still look like it came from the real world. But I am going to go in here with my eraser and clean up the edge so that it more seamlessly blends with the white. Strange angle here at the camera. There we go. Alright. Using the rubber tip so sometimes it sticks a little bit on the screen. Just going to clean that up. And put the background back in. See if there's some areas that may look a little weird if there are some shadows hovering out in the open. I'm going to put a box around this image anyway on the page rather than eliminate the wires, since the wires are actually part of the device. Then we do save. It's going to save it as PSD. Go back into InDesign. Open up my Finder. Go over to Telstar. Oh, no, sorry, it's not Telstar. It's the Astrocade. So easy to confuse them. They both have wood grain after all. The most recent one is that one. Grab it and drag it and drop it. And then they recently just changed all these buttons. Not sure if you can see it up top, but there's a this button right here will fill up to the screen proportionally that direction and proportionally that direction. This one's more of a vertical. So there's the horizontal fill, there's the vertical fill. I'm going to use that one. Click the frame, give it a 2-point frame, and you can go up here and do your preview. So that's what the finished picture looks like. And I have about 1,000 of these for the next book, so that's just one. I'm going to clean these all up next using the same step. Open the photo in Photoshop, brighten it to a reasonable level, create a second background, chop out the existing background, blend the two, and then if there's any obvious dust or things that can be clearly taken out without destroying the photo, do that as well. And then put it back into InDesign. See you next time. Space Age Drawing.